the world is very disillusioned. And when I was growing up in the 1970s, these were the heroes I used to look up to. They inspired me to become the nerd that I am standing before you today. Sometimes the special effects weren't that special and the costumes weren't always on point. But nonetheless, I'm really looking forward to the 17th of November. The Justice League movie is coming out, and until then, I'll be watching the DC shows. Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Sky One, by the way, if you want to watch those shows. But if I'm going to be honest, my heart's always belonged to Marvel. I've always had a leaning towards Marvel. So I'm going to be drawing some analogies and some lessons that HR can learn from the world of heroes from the Marvel Universe. I'm going to start with the X-Men, and I do recognise I look like Professor X, a brother from another mother maybe, but I think HR is very much like the mutants, misunderstood, mistrusted, trying to find their place in society, or in our case in our organisations. And I think that's because when we get an issue, and it's been mentioned already, when we get an issue, when we get involved, suddenly that issue becomes big for the organisation, suddenly that issue escalates. What we need to become better at is actually managing those issues, making them small. And that's only going to happen when we become more agile, more adaptable. Whoops, Daisy, going too fast. Become more agile, more adaptable, more flexible. We keep hearing it's the agile organisations that are going to succeed in this new world of work. And the problem is we're quite adherent to our policies and our processes and our systems, and we need to actually step away. If we want to be agile, we need to be adaptable, to be aligned with the organisation objectives and targets. Because quite often we do HR projects, and whilst they're great HR projects, it's not really clear what benefit they serve the organisation. When we get that alignment, that's when we become powerful, that's when we have impact, that's when we become strategic. We move from being operational to strategic, and our voice is loud. But I must warn you, sometimes it's lonely, but be under no illusion, you are powerful. You are powerful, you are the gatekeepers of the organisation. You decide who comes in, who goes out, what we do with people while they're in the organisation, the employee journey, their engagement, their inclusion, their development. We do all of that. So we have to be worthy, because that's a very difficult place to be. And here, if you want to be from strategic to heroic, we have to actually step up. We have to actually take a stance to do the right thing. When you don't take a stance, when you don't actually stand for something, you stand for nothing. All these scandals, whether it's sexual harassment or any other kind of scandals, 2017 has been littered with cases. And I always have to ask the question, what did HR know? When did they know it? Were they silent? Did they lose their voice? Were they excluded from being a voice to power? We need to be brave. We need to actually accept. I keep talking to HR professionals and leaders, and they're still using Excel spreadsheets to manage their HR functions. And they're afraid. They're not willing to embrace technology. I think we have to. Man and machine have been working together for a very long time, and will continue to work together. That's only going to accelerate. So we need to embrace this technology. Now, I can tell you something. When we do that, when we're able to actually embrace technology, take a step back, make issues manageable for organizations, be agile, think about strategic deliverables for the organization, have impact, have voice, do the right thing, that's when it becomes a game changer. That's when we make magic happen. But if I only had 1 minute, which I know I've got a few more, if I only had 1 minute, I'd give you one message, and it'd be from Uncle Ben. Sorry, not this Uncle Ben, although his rice is great. This Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben said to Peter Parker, you all know who Peter Parker is, right? Spider-Man. You know what's coming. With great power comes great responsibility. If you're in the people space, you are responsible, nobody else. It's not going to be finance, it's not going to be sales, it's not going to be marketing, it's not going to be production. It's you guys. The CIPD mantra is people matter, period. Not because it's about productivity, it's because it's about
attention please, ladies and gentlemen. The exhibition is now closed. We would ask all visitors please to make their way to the exits. Thank you.
Stop, don't go. So I know what you're thinking. I'm at the end of my presentation. I know what you're thinking. I might look like Professor X, but you're thinking the question, aren't you? Is he Spider-Man? Now I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm not saying I am Spider-Man. I'm not saying I'm not Spider-Man. I'm saying you've never seen us in the same place at the same time together. So the final thoughts, they go to Deadpool. He's thinking Thor, Hulk, Ragnarok. It's a great movie. Go watch it now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Thanks, guys.